This is going to be, I'm realizing, a very, very long journey. But I actually believe if I can do it, anybody can do it. I am not super naturally blessed with performative abilities. Okay, let me split this. I believe I have a great performance mode. So in the context of athletics or the context of an interview or like a do or die situation, I know how to step up to the plate and get great results out of whatever my body's at that point. But I don't think I am naturally a performer. Specifically, if you were to put me on a stage or put me in front of a crowd of people and say, Jesse, entertain them with no preparation, no pre-context, I would do a bad job. The thing is, though, I think that a lot of that bad jobbiness, I have been blessed with a reflective mode that allows me to iterate towards being better. So if you gave me 30 attempts, by 30, I have some confidence that I'd be pretty decent. And what that means is I just need to do more and I can open up my scope of what is possible for me. And I have a lot of confidence in that. And that process in and of itself is fun. So I will do this more until I can be relatable, until I can be authoritative, until I can deliver things in the way that I want to deliver them and make it compelling and make it interesting and hook people, but most importantly, give them value. And when that reality becomes the reality that I'm living in, I will be a very happy guy. So, yeah. Embodiment is an interesting thing, right? Like, if I actually am I am Brownie Bites and I did quit my job and today is my last day. But also, this is ridiculous. And anybody who's doubting me should literally stop doubting me because I'm the person who is capable of doing these things. Sorry, I thought somebody was coming and I got very, very nervous for a second. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. So, this was a literal rant. I know this video is of zero value to anybody except myself. But I have been thinking about starting this series called Starting Over on Purpose. Basically, the premise of this series is I, Jesse, have lived my whole life swimming, doing what is right, getting the corporate internships, building the stable pathway, and I don't like any of it. I'm rejecting it all. I think it's just not for me. It's not how we were meant to live. It's not how I was meant to live. I don't have the agency I want. I don't have the love that I want. I don't feel fulfilled doing that thing. I did actually blow my life up at 22 by quitting my job and having absolutely no idea what I was going to do next, except the vague idea that I wanted to start something and the vague idea that I liked media and the vague idea that I liked music, right? And I've been wandering through this search period for 6 months now, because I quit my job 6 months ago, literally just burning my savings with no real worry because I am making efforts and I am figuring it out. And the point of that process was to understand what I wanted to do next with high conviction. The moment I reached high conviction, I would go all in on the thing. And I have reached high conviction, and it is on content. And more than just content, I think Stephen Bartlett said something that struck me to my core. He mentioned this idea of having an obligation to teach. And I feel like I have an obligation to teach myself. This might go into the whole idea of extending your impact on the world and what that does for your purpose. But I feel if I can impact 1, 10, 20,000, 20 million people in a way that I never would have expected by making videos, by making music, by making art, then that is a beautiful thing. And John Williams is my benchmark for impact in that, like, the musical scores he wrote have been listened to by billions of people and in billions of people's heads as they've changed the world. And all he did was focus on making his craft in a beautiful way. I think my impact may end up being a lot more direct. Probably won't be with music because, alas, I didn't study film composition. But I think that it's cool, and I think it's important, and I think that I'm yapping now. So let me take a step back. I'm having so much fun recreating this video. This is take one phone. I just spent my 2 weeks in my job, and tomorrow's the last day. That job paid me $120K a year. It's the second most money I've ever made. Like, cheers, darling. Cheers. Okay, well, that was not a successful recreation of that TikTok. For her, she's just speaking how she normally talks, and it conveys a sense of relatability. I think relatability and warmth brings people in more and creates a more juicy bond with your audience. And I want a juicy bond. But I understand that one must compete with their strengths rather than their weaknesses, and I would be lying if I said that I had a real relatability quotient like she does. So, shout out Brownie Bites.